Hello and welcome to Dario's Watch Club, and today we will take a look at the Casio A168, the metal Casios, and yeah, let's talk about them. Let's get mine off the wrist and let me tell you why I have the metal ones and why I like them. So I started in the summer of 2019 with a simple Casio F91 because in 2014 I kind of went off the grid and a bit more spiritualistic and not materialistic, and started my journey as a medicine man. I draw comics, I tell stories, I make games, I make music, and I wanted to get out of the materialistic world, and it was very good. But then, at a certain point after that journey, I kind of came back, and well, I needed a watch because, I was taking long walks in the nearby nature, and to meet or to be ready for an appointment, I got myself a cool watch. And I guess my mother, when I was like 5 or 6, this was the first watch I got in, I guess, 91, 92. So this is really nostalgia, and I remember myself clicking all the time the light button and being so happy with this watch. And as time went on, I wore this watch pretty much to everything and was pretty happy. But as you know, at night, this watch has its weakness. And then stylistically, it's very simple. And I would say I'm now a man and like 37. And I needed a bit more because this was very casual, really retro, but yeah, I needed a bit more. And so I was looking into some Casio alternatives, and I found a video from, I don't know what's his name, the Urban Gentry or something like this. I really love his videos, and he was reviewing the metal Casios. Sorry for the pumping of the camera. And these were the new ones, the new Illuminators, and they're a bit more chunkier than the older versions. I'll show you for a second the older version. It's like this. It's the A159. I had one like this, and I really liked and loved it, but gave it then away. I will go into into why. And then I also had for a short while this one, but I gave it also away or sold it away. I will tell you in a second why. And then I was looking up cool watches, and I saw that Ryan Gosling has 3 or 4 Rolex and 1 Casio, and he wears this when he makes music because this has no click, and in the recording studio or something like that. Well, he has the watch. He's a likable guy. I'm into movies. I went to movie school, do comics and stories. And so I thought, man, if Ryan Gosling wears this watch, why not? And as you can see, I guess, we'll see if I can get it right. Okay, you can. Yeah, you can see the Illuminator. And I was like, okay, I get myself one of these. And so I was like, I could have bought this for 25 euros somewhere online, but I was kind of impatient, and also I play sometimes music on the streets of my local hometown, and I went to the streets and I played, and I made like 20 bucks, and I had fun. And there is a local, how do you call it, watch shop. So I entered the shop. He had this one, he had this one, and a golden one. And the golden ones were like at 60 euros, and the silver ones were like at 30, 35. So a bit more expensive than online. Online, I could have had it for 10 euros less, but then I was thinking, man, I was playing for the streets. The people of my hometown gave me the money for like in gratitude for my services in music, and I will spend it again here in my hometown for a local shop because they have to pay rent and all of that. And sometimes it's good. Like I went there, I could like put on all these watches, and I just saw which one fitted the best, and it was the silver one. So having a regional local shop with nice people who serve you is sometimes very good. Like I love online, but it was like really cool to also try it on in my local city. And so I spent a bit more, but I went home with this watch and I was very happy. And from then on, I wore this watch pretty much every day, like this in the mornings for like workout or just casual sitting at home. And when I went out, I wore this one. And I guess it's these two are my most worn watches. And as time went on, I wanted to try more, I guess. And I was very intrigued by having like the trias, like this one for casual, like you have different pairs of shoes for different things. And I draw or I make music, so I have also different gear for different guitars or different attires. You know what I mean? Like it's not sometimes searching one watch to wear all day, but sometimes you have to switch it up. Like sometimes you gotta rotate your meals, sometimes you gotta eat, sometimes you gotta fast, sometimes you gotta rest, sometimes you need action. And so this is what I was kind of looking for. Casual work, and then maybe something that made me feel luxurious. And I told you that I went on a spiritual quest, and I'm still a very spiritual man. But I also realized that as men, sometimes we need a certain bracelet to remind us of something we stand for. And it's okay. It's a reminder. Like this bracelet I made for myself, and I have different other ones, and people ask me if I sell them. Maybe I will create and sell them, but I made them for myself. Like the stones right now. This is Appetite, the blue one, and it was like to go out and take adventures. The orange one is Carnelian, and it's for creativity. And yeah, I had fun doing this. And the hand is the hand of Fatima, and they say it holds away the evil spirits with an eye in the middle. And sometimes when times get very chaotic and things call your attention from within and without, this is like a hand that says, no, stay out. I will stay calm. I will reflect on what's good and what's bad and sort out the bad and let in the good. And so I was noticing when I was wearing some white shirts or long sleeve shirts or some green ones, I am more into color. And when I review this stuff, it's not what I like. It's more a discussion of what I like, what do you like, what fits me, what fits you. It's not one size fits all. I make also these videos so that you can decide what suits you best. And a good teacher, a good person will always try to elevate your state, your vibe. And if it's the Casio watch that makes you happy, then go for it. So Ryan Gosling was totally going for this, and I love Ryan Gosling. I love his movies, and I thought, man, why not channel my inner Ryan Gosling and be totally awesome and cool? And this wearing my awesome 6-year-old Dario self. And then we will come to this one, but I was seeing that Idris Elba, the great actor, but also DJ, wore this. Like Idris Elba also like 5 Rolexes, and if you give me a Rolex, I guess I don't give a shit about the Rolex, because like This is my guilty child pleasure. And I have also a Fossil watch that I was gifted when I was very young to some important event, and it's so freaking heavy. I mean, why would you wear something so freaking heavy on your wrist? Like, we're already shackled to time, space, to all this materialistic junk. Like, go watch Fight Club and American Beauty. So why not travel very lightly and functionally? Like, this will give you everything you need, all the modes, a stopwatch, an alarm watch. Um, the illuminator will never let you down. So I went for functional and classy. But before I got myself this, because this was like 40 to 60 bucks, I was very intrigued by this Casio A 159, and I got myself one. And what I really like, and why I like this one a bit better, is because this had like the classic F91 style, and then the golden case. And I got myself one off eBay, a used one, but it was really, I didn't see like any used, like, it was really good, really good for half the price, for 30 bucks. So I get myself one. And I have to say, the band is different from these bands. These bands are really, really good, like really flexible. They wrap themselves really good around your wrist. And yes, they eat here and there some hairs, but I'm really happy. And this band is a bit more tighter, like you can see. And this is the A159 version, and it's really tight, but it's really beautiful. And I love this watch. But it was a bit slimmer. The backlight was a bit worse. It has like a light gold display. It's not as clear as the F91. And it was a beautiful watch. But then at a certain time, I had enough watches and I couldn't wear them all. So a good friend of mine needed one, and I sold it again for 30 bucks to give it again room to the universe to breathe, to not just clutter everything up and not use it, because things want to be used and appreciated. And I did really appreciate this watch, but at a certain time I felt it's not anymore mine. But I really love it. I love the color, I love the functionality. But yeah. And at the same time, I had gotten myself one of these off eBay, and it was at first a fake one, because it was like really jingly jangly, like it was not as tight as this one. And when you held up the display down here, like at a really, not at this angle, but you could see like the digits really early, and it had all the functions. Like you could hold it down, like you can hold this one down, it will say Casio, and the fake one did everything the normal said. But it's just like when I was pressing 24 hours or PM, sometimes it didn't work really well, and that's when I also knew it was a fake. And I got myself this one, and I loved it because it was a bit chunkier. For me, it was a bit more manlier, because I have tiny wrists, not because this is the manlier watch, it's just because I had a tiny wrist, and this one on my wrist looked more like, okay, you're classy, but it looked a bit more feminine. And this looks on my wrist a bit more masculine. Could be different for you. So try it out. Go to your local shop or order it. And don't order it and resend it back. Like, don't do that shit. Like, I was also thinking about having affiliate marketing links down here, but I guess I won't do it. Because I'm not into materialistic stuff and not into the capitalistic world. But I like the things they do. I like the watches they do, the smartphones they do, the laptops they do, the clothes. We're very privileged, but we should not abuse it. And this was then my least worn, and I kind of liked the one that this had this black display. It made it for me a bit cooler, like this black display. I always wanted to have like the black display here, but this summer I'm kind of brown, and I'm wearing this a lot. I'm wearing this with like my Daria Hawaii pants, and I'm really feeling the DJ vibe, the summer vibe. It really does a good job. It is thick, it is cool. The band is really good. Like sometimes my wrists, when I'm working out, the wrist gets thicker. When I'm not working out, the wrist gets thinner. When it's warm outside, my blood gets thicker. So sometimes it's also more comfortable to wear like this band than this, but this is a really beautiful watch. Like I really can recommend it, but you have to see what floats your boat. And this one I was also wearing a lot, so it's kind of a review, and I will wrap it up because I have to go to a different thing now. And then I got myself this just for curiosity, and it's a really, really beautiful watch. It's the Casio A 158. It's really beautiful, like it's really classy. The band is really cool. It's really thin. But what didn't do it for me is like the backlight was subpar. It was a bit slimmer. I like it a bit more chunkier. That's again personal taste. And also the colors are really subdued, and I like my things like vibrant and colorful. So that was a personal taste choice. And again, this channel is here to give you like advice if you need it, but also to show you that you need to find what suits you in your life, in your careers. A few honorable mentions. I don't know which one this is called. I know the if you can see, I will link it down below. It's also, there's a version of this, and this is a clear LCD display, not the illuminated display. The illuminated display is a little bit grayish, but it's called the A700. It's not the A700. It's called the Casio B52. I don't think it's right. No, it's not this one. I was flirting with this one, but I already have enough of them. But this is the A700, and like Casio metal. Well, not the G-Shocks, that's a topic for a different day, but okay. I will do a review on that, but yeah, it's this one. It's this one in, it's called, well, find it out, but it's this one. And this one in the metal version, I like it. It's a clear LCD display. You press that button up here, it will illuminate your display for 2 seconds with a orange light, and it's beautiful. So I will run and do another video another day, and I'll see you and have fun.